So in this video, we will be trying to determine how do we solve our slope and then y-intercept from a given table of values. Okay, in this video, we'll be having two sets of table of values. Okay, so let's start first on the left side. So we have here x and y, we have 0, 2, 4, 6, and so on and so forth here. So just before we start, let's try to first recall, okay, how many points do we need in order to solve for the slope? In order for us to solve for the slope for our m, we need 2 points. And then for our y-intercept, we actually just need 1 point. Okay? This 1 point is considering that we're doing the long method. Okay? However, later on, I will tell you some techniques or concepts regarding again the y-intercept without any solution again. So solving for slope. Let's start first with our slope. Our slope, please take note. What's our formula again for the slope? Y sub 2, this is the long formula, minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, now what's next? The next thing we have to do is again, as I told a while ago, we need 2 points in solving for the slope. Actually, I can easily select here the 0, comma 10 and then 2, comma 8, 16. But let's say we use the, let's say, 2, comma 16 and then the 4, comma 22. Although both of them are like a bit smaller naman in comparing with 6, comma 28. Okay? So now, after we get 2 points, what do we need to do? The next thing is, we have to assign our x and y. I mean, x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, y sub 2. Okay, take note ha. This is your x, this is your y, x, y. Now, the next thing we have to do is, we have to assign our sub 1 and sub 2. And then, my advice, again, is if it's possible, please assign the sub to, I mean, please assign a sub to the bigger numbers. So in this one, the right side here, the 4 and 22 are the bigger numbers in comparison with 2 and 16. That's why I will have to make this 8 x comma 2 and then, sorry, x sub 2 and then y sub 2, x sub 1, y sub 1. But again, as I keep on telling before, you can actually interchange the x sub 1, y sub 1 here. As long as sub 1 are together, sub 2 are together. Okay? Now, what's the next thing after we assign? The next thing is we will just try to use the formula. We will replace the values here. Y sub 2 is actually 22 minus y sub 1 is 16 all over what's our x sub 2? 4 minus what's our x sub 1? 2. I hope you can still follow here. Now let's continue. So m equals what's 22 minus 16? That is 6 over what's 4 minus 2? That's obviously 2. Now, m is equal to 3. So we're done with our m, right? We're done with m. It's actually 3. Now, what's our next concern? Next is we need to solve for our y-intercept. And take note that this y-intercept is denoted by the symbol. What symbol? B. Now, we need to solve our b. Okay. But before that, let's try to recall again our slope-intercept form. It's y equals mx plus b, right? So we already have the value of m. What's the value of m again? It's actually 3. So y equals 3x plus b. Sir, what do we need to do next? A while ago, right, I told you, in solving for the y-intercept, we just need 1 point. So what do? We just select here just 1 point. You either select 0, comma 10, 2, comma 16, 4, comma 22, or 6, comma 28. So let's say you select the point 2, comma 16. So 2, comma 16. Please take note, this x, this y. So what do? I will just replace the y with 16. This will become 16 equals 3 times the value of x, 2 plus b. I hope this one is still clear with you. Now what do? Is we will apply some concept of arithmetic and algebra. So 16 equals, what's 3 times 2? 6 plus b. Okay, now it says 16 equals 6 plus b. Actually, without doing any math here, I mean any computations, we can like use some logic here. 16 equals 6 plus b. B is a variable, an unknown number. So what's that number that when you add to 6 will become 16? We will think it's 10, right? But let's say we do it the mathematical way. I will just have to rewrite here. I will just rewrite 16 equals 6 plus b. So what do we do when we're solving for a variable? We should make it solo and positive. So I have to transpose this one here. What will happen now? 16. What will happen to positive 6? It will become negative 6 equals b. So 16 minus 6, that's 10, equals b. That's why the value of b is 10. And actually, okay, as actually I just tried to solve for b. Although, if you will have this kind of given set of values, if you can find the value of x is 0, please don't anymore solve for the b. For this one, I just really tried to solve it for the sake of computations and also to make sure that you will know how to solve for b just in case there's no 0 here. But again, if there is already 0 in the value of x, the other number on the y, that's gonna be automatically your y-intercept. The same, right? This is 10, this is also 10. So we're done. Our m, guess what? 3. Our b is 10. So that's how you solve for m and b. But okay, let's say you were asked, "So what is the equation?" So we just have to plug in again. Slope intercept form y equals mx plus b, and then plug in the values. So y equals, what's the value of m? 3. I'll put x plus the value of b, 10. So these are the values of m and b. But just in case you will be asked about the equation, this is the equation. Okay? I hope this one is clear with you. So now we will proceed in the other example. However, you might want to pause first the video to try first on your own. Okay, so now let's do the part 2 with the other problem here. So again, as you can see, we have here the 0. Okay, so later on, I won't anymore try to solve the b using the long method. I will just use this one here. So let's start first with our m. Again, what's the formula? Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so what do we do next? We will what? Select 2 points. Okay, let's say we use this point and this point. Okay, now this one, actually you can select any points as long as um you will use the formula here. Okay, so we have 0, comma 7. Then also we have 3, comma 10. Okay, x, y, x, y. Okay, what's the next thing we have to do? The next thing is you have to assign the sub 1 and sub 2. And I told you, right? Please make the sub 2 the bigger numbers if it's possible. So I'll make this one sub 2, sub 2, sub 1, sub 1. Now, what's next is we will try to use the values here. So y sub 2? Y sub 2 is 10 minus y sub 1 is 7 over, what's next? X sub 2. What's the value of our x sub 2? X sub 2 is, we have 3. How about the minus, right? X sub 1, 0. Okay. So we have here now 10 minus 7 is 3 over 3 minus 0 is 3. So that's why our m is 1, right? It's 1. So we're done already with our m. Now, again, you can actually use this long method here. This one a while ago. You can use this one in solving for b. However, again, if there's like a given here, and then it has 0, just go on the other side, look for the y. That's automatically your y-intercept. So b is automatically 7. That's it. Okay, you can actually, okay, let's say Okay, let's try to prove it using the other one. Just maybe just for the sake of computations. So again, what's the value of m? 1. So let's recall the formula, the equation y equals mx plus b. I'm sorry, I said a while ago I won't do this anymore, but let's say you still really want to have an assurance, okay? So y equals, what's the value of m? 1. Do we write 1x? No, right? So I will just put here simply x and then plus b. Okay, what do we need to do next? What we need to do next is we need to get a point. Okay, let's say we get the point 3 comma 3 comma 10. What do we do? This is x, this is y. What do we do now? Substitute. Y is 10 equals x is 3 plus b. Okay, this one, no? Without using any math here. So 10 equals 3 plus b. So what was that number that when you add to 3 will become 10? That's 7, right? So what we will do here, solving this one using mathematics, transpose, what will happen? 10, 3 will become negative, equals b. 10 minus 3, that's 7, equals b. Or using our symmetric property, b equals 7. I hope this one is clear with you. So this is our m, 1. So m equals 1, and then b equals 7. So if you're asked, what is the equation? The equation would be, again, y equals mx plus b, right? The format, mx plus b. What's the value of m? 1. Instead of writing up 1x, I will just write x plus b. Our b is 7, so sorry. It's going to be x plus 7. That's it. Oh, this is our m again, 1. Our y-intercept is b. But again, if we have here the 0, comma 7, automatically, that's your y-intercept. Because another definition of y-intercept is like, it is a point wherein the value of x is always 0. Okay? I hope this one is something clear and something that would help you in your exams. Okay? Thank you.